In this video, we are going to compare these four athletes from Bigman Weekend Pro 2024. We already know that Akim Williams has won the show and qualified for Mr. Olympia 2025. And on second place is Horse MD, and third place went to Amir Omerjic, and at fourth place Mars Hector. So these are the top four athletes from final call out, and let's compare their physiques. So frontal biceps, you can see Akim Williams like Romania Pro Show. He's looking phenomenal in front poses, and you can see the frontal biceps, especially his biceps. You can see the peak in terms of biceps. No one can beat him even in Olympia. He has so impressive biceps, so genetically blessed biceps, and overall he's carrying a better balance. You can see the midsection, quads size and conditioning. He's carrying the perfect balance, and lower quads as well. And secondly, if we talk about Horse MD, you can see the vacuum is good, but still the waist size is should be narrow. Waist should be narrow. The waist is little big, and you can see the quads upper body is looking good, but the balance is not perfect like Akim Williams. And if we talk about Amir Omerjic, who got the third place, his midsection is also not that impressive, and overall this pose of Amir Omerjic upper body is not that impressive. But if you talk about lower, you can see the striation, conditioning in quads. Quads are so impressive from Amir Omerjic. And if we talk about Mars Hector, you can see his quads are good. The vacuum is good, but you can see the upper body is looking a little soft. So the placing would be like first is Akim Williams, second Horse MD, third Amir Omerjic, and fourth Mars Hector. So in front lat spread, you can see the Akim Williams physique. Like I said, he's carrying a better balance. You can see the quads are good, lats are good, you can see, and chest is good, arms are good. Overall he's carrying a better balance. And if you talk about Horse MD, you can see the quads are so impressive, conditioned and big. But if you see the midsection is not that big, not that impressive. You can see the midsection, the waist size is little big, and overall his lats are not looking impressive, and chest, shoulders, arms are conditioned, but the V taper is not that impressive. So once again, I'll give this pose to Akim Williams, and second Horse MD. And if I talk about third placing, I will give to Mars Hector because of his better conditioning in upper body. And you can see the Amir's physique in upper body. His midsection is just, he needs to work more on his midsection, because midsection looks flat, and his gut is not controlled. And if we talk about any side chest, and you can see again Akim Williams is phenomenal from leg side. You can see the glutes, hamstrings, quads, they are just phenomenal, conditioned, and bigger legs. And on second, I will say first I'll give this to Akim Williams, and second you can see Horse MD. I can give this to Horse MD, second place. You can see the quads, glutes, hamstrings. So in terms of legs, Horse MD is also very impressive. And upper body, you can see shoulders, oblique section, chest is very conditioned, even conditioned than Akim Williams. But still you can see the lower body of Horse MD. So in terms of lower body, Akim Williams is dominating, and overall Akim Williams is carrying better proportions and conditioning. So this pose goes to again Akim Williams, and second I'll give this to Horse MD, and third I will give this to Amir Omerjic because of his conditioned leg, and fourth Mars Hector. So if we talk about any side triceps, once again I would say you can see the Akim Williams physique in this pose. His midsection is controlled, chest, shoulders, triceps conditioned, and we already talk about his legs are big and conditioned. So it's a easy winning for Akim Williams in this pose. And Horse MD, he needs to control his gut. Whenever he do transitions, he couldn't control his gut, so he needs to work more on his gut. And overall his upper body is good, lower body is so impressive. And if we talk about Amir Omerjic, his legs are good in every poses, but still he needs to work on his midsection. As I said, he needs to control his gut, and overall his this pose is looking good. And if we talk about Mars Hector, he's looking a little soft in this pose. You can see the midsection, quads, He's looking little soft. So fourth placing is Mars Hector. So back to our biceps, you can see in this pose, I would say Amir Omragic is looking phenomenal. You can see the back lats midsection, rear delt, the V taper, glutes, hamstrings. He's just looking so impressive. The more muscle mass you can see in middle traps, outer lats. So he's carrying better balance from rear pose, back double biceps. And secondly, you can see the Akim Williams back double biceps. I would say he is improved from Romania Pro Show. His back is looking good in this pose. Glutes, hamstrings are good, and you can also see Horse MD's back. He is also improved from his back, but still needs to work more on his V taper from back, because body is not carrying a good balance, and Mars Hector is carrying a better balance than Horse MD. And in this pose, I'll give this pose to Amir Omeragic, and secondly, I will give this to Akim Williams. Third, I will give this to Horse MD, and fourth, Mars Hector. So if we talk about back lat spread, in this pose, I would say Horse MD is looking impressive. Even Mars Hector is looking impressive in this pose. Still, his glutes are not that conditioned and hamstrings are not that hard. So overall, I feel Horse MD is winning this pose. And secondly, I will give this to Akim Williams, and third, I will give this to Amir Omeragic, and fourth, Mars Hector. In this pose, what do you think, guys? I think Akim Williams is looking better in this pose in terms of narrow waist. You can see the waist is very narrow and the abs are looking good. And if you talk about Horse MD, his abs and obliques are good in this pose, but the V taper is not that impressive in this pose. And if you see Mars Hector, he's also looking good from midsection, but still upper body is looking soft, and quads are so impressive in this pose. And Amir Omeragic, he's not that impressive in this pose because the gut size is big. Quads are good, overall physique he's looking good, but still I think Horse MD will win this pose because of better conditioning and depth in abs and obliques. And second, I will give this to Akim Williams. Third, I will give this to Mars Hector, and fourth, I will give this to Amir Omeragic. Let's talk about most muscular pose, and in this pose you can see the Mars Hector. He's looking so impressive and big. You can see the midsection, quads, chest, shoulder. He's looking so impressive, and you can also see Horse MD. He's also very impressive in terms of shoulders, midsection, quads. So both of them are looking so impressive, and Akim Williams is looking good, but still I will prefer Horse and Mars Hector in this pose. So I will give this pose to Horse MD first, and second I will give this to Mars Hector. Third, Amir Omeragic, and fourth, Akim Williams. So overall, if I talk about their comparison, I will say Akim Williams is winning overall, and second, yes, Horse MD. Third, Amir Omeragic, and fourth, Mars Hector. So overall judging was good, and Akim Williams finally qualified for Mr. Olympia 2025.